Welcome back to the Euro Journeyman, and in today's episode, we have just landed at club number 2 in the save. We obviously last episode, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. We job hunted after leaving our first club after 8 seasons, taking them from the 4th tier in Sweden all the way at the top into Europe. Obviously, we stayed with them for the rest of that Conference League journey. Then we left the club. We needed to make a step up, and a step up we have made. It wasn't maybe as big of a step up as we were hoping, but after being knocked back by a few of the jobs we did want, not to say we didn't want this, but a few of the jobs in better leagues like the Eredivisie, Liga 1, those kind of clubs. Monaco knocked us back. Feyenoord knocked us back. We were approached by Leicester, but like I said, we are trying to avoid England in this save. But Lech Poznan looked like a good step up, and honestly, it's a nice little club to join because they are a team, they're probably the biggest club in Poland, I would say. If we look at the league table, this is obviously still from last season. They finished 4th in the league last season, and as you can see, not the biggest goal scorers. We will change that. But they actually weren't the biggest conceders. They honestly were the second least conceded in the league when you look at it like that. So I think we've really got a potential to do well here. A few teams that I would expect, like Legia, a team I expect at the very top. I don't really know who Corona are. I've Norwich, the Krakow, I know Pogon. Just like Sweden, the pronunciations in Poland are going to be just as bad. But honestly, they didn't lose too many. They just probably drew and lost too many. Not enough wins. But the team in the top did quite well, to be fair. They turned a lot of those draws into wins and just picked up a lot of points. So there is a bit of a gap there. But if you look at the media prediction, we were actually finished to be finishing top. So they definitely have underachieved, which is, of course, why they have got rid of the club. So here we are. Welcome to Lech. Simon is, I guess that's like Simon, is our press officer. We're in. As you can see, we have signed a 2-year deal, so we'll be here till 2035 on 2.1 grand a week. And we have also applied for the Venezia job, but that obviously won't get accepted now. Now the board are saying we need to finish in the top 2 places. We've got a tactics introduction. We'll skip through this. Yeah, whatever. I already know the tactic I'm going to set up. We'll do that later. Responsibilities, I'll do that on my own time. Don't need to see the squad. Oh, right. Okay, I'll do this off camera. I've already got my own tactic anyway. We're going to stick with the thing that worked in Sweden, and hopefully it just works here as well. So there we are. Our custom tactic is loaded in with the 4-2-4, which worked so well for us in Sweden. As you can see, we have a pretty decent matchday squad. So today's episode is really just going to be going through the squad, introducing you to all the players. It looks like a fairly balanced squad if we look sort of ability-wise. There's a few standouts. Goalkeeper is going to be out for a little bit, but not too long. I mean, we've got a right wing back. He's only on loan though, so we do need to obviously take into account the players in on loan are probably leaving us very soon, so we don't need to worry about them too much. But yeah, I mean, if we look at it, there's a few good names. So if we look at like a 3.5 star, someone like this lad, what is 3.5? So that's a star player in the league. So that's a good sign. That star player. So a 3-star player is still a pretty good player. So if we look at someone like this, bit of a younger player, he's a leading player. So 3 stars is still a very, very good player for the division, which means probably 2.5 stars is still like a good player. Yeah, decent. Okay, so it does drop off a little bit. But it looks like there's a decent mix as well. Some youngsters. It's maybe a little bit on the older side, I guess. But there's definitely a need for some new players. I think we will analyse the squad. We'll go through it. Things first, we need to take a look at the club though. So Lech Poznan, thankfully, are in a pretty decent state financially. They've got £8 million in the bank, which is great. Most of that's come in sort of this month through players sold. So there's actually players already on the way out, which is interesting. They did actually make a profit this season. They've got 5 affiliates. Not really sure what these are. We'll probably just ignore them, to be honest. I don't really touch affiliates too much. But yeah, 8 million in the bank. Facilities look really good. We are at the Ania Stadium in Poznan. 42,000 seater stadium. Built in 1980, rebuilt in 2010, owned by the council, not us though. But it is in great condition. It's a big stadium. They've got excellent training facilities, excellent youth facilities, good academy coaching, and exceptional youth recruitment. So I think if we were to look at, well, look at this, they've also got a second team and an under-19s, and there's a couple in the under-19s who've got some very decent potential. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. But in terms of potential in the first team, again, there's a couple players. He's out on loan, or is he in on loan? No, he's out on loan. So he's one that we could use. This guy's got big potential. So if we look at like a 2-star player, is that like a second? Yeah, that's like a player in the second division. So probably not quite ready. But there's a couple of youngsters here who are first team ready. And they do have big potential. So we've definitely got some good players for the future. Financially, in terms of the money in the bank, so we've got 70k available already and 7.6 million in transfer budget. In terms of players leaving, I think there's only one, obviously besides the loans, there's just Pak Song Ho, who is used to be in Birmingham, but he's not on a huge wage. In terms of wages, there's a couple high earners, to be honest. Bradley Baxter is on a lot of money. He looks good, though. He is probably one of the better players. But if we were to get an offer, I mean, they paid 3.5 million, so maybe not. Yeah, we'd probably keep someone like that, but he's on quite a wage, which could be useful. I mean, he's on 21k, but surely, I mean, we were actually paying that full wage. So we'll get 21k back in the wage bill as well as this as well, I think. Have we loaned him out? Why have we loaned him out? This guy looks mint. Why have we loaned him out? Well, he's leaving anyway, so we don't get an option on that. So he's already leaving, which I don't think means we'll get that transfer bill. So there's a lot to work out. In terms of players I recognise, don't think there's any players on here besides the lad. Oh, Garang Kual! We've got Garang Kual. He always does really well for me. He was rubbish for these. I think I can get more out of Garang Kual. I really do. He always does well for me. He might not be any good this year. He's just so quick. He's so quick. Honestly think he could play as a good channel forward for us. So I don't mind that at all. So I actually do recognise one player there, Garang Kual. He was at Newcastle as a kid, I think. Yeah, he was at Newcastle from Australia. So he's one I recognise. Was there anyone else? I didn't recognize because I didn't see the face. No, he's the only one. I know Rocco Simic as well, but he's he was of Cardiff. No, he's not of Cardiff. Who is he? South. Yeah, maybe he was Cardiff. I feel like I've heard the name. I just don't remember him. I just don't remember where I know him from. I thought it was. I wasn't sure if it was Cardiff, but anyway. So we are in the new season. I mean, we're technically still in the last season, but some friendlies have been set up. I want to get against Aston Villa as well. So there's definitely a bit there. But yeah, honestly, I mean, the club looks pretty, like, it looks in good shape. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I think what I'll do now is go through it off camera, set up a tactic, get our best players in all the best positions, kind of work out where we've got extra, do we need them, and then maybe have a look at bringing in some BAIK players. Can they, well, actually, instead of searching it, let's just go, because I can never remember how to spell it, let's just go back to this. If we look at our current side, is there anyone here that could do a job for us? Ibrahimov, I think he could do a job, so we'll put a little scout on him. Finley Gorman, we'll scout him. I think he could do a job. Maybe the goalkeeper could be an option as a backup, maybe. El Boujoufi could be an option. Probably not Tycho David. I wasn't really too impressed with them. Yeah, probably not too many, but I think there's a couple there. There's a couple I will look at. Well, cool. I mean, he just didn't really do well for us. I do think Ibrahimov would be a good option. Mundell Smith could be a cheap one. Someone I trust, you know. Not sure about the rest. The defence were never really that great. Aaron Epia, I think we can do better than that. So there's a couple I've got my eye on. We'll scout them, but I don't think we'll move for too many of them. But we'll definitely keep an eye out on it. But yeah, I'm going to go through now, go through the squad, get everyone in, and then kind of work out who's leaving and sort of what we need. Right, so I've went through the squad, put everyone in position. The good news is we've definitely got an 11. The bad news is it's very overloaded in a couple positions and very weak in a few others. If we just move this there so we can actually see what a proper bench would look like. As you can see, we've got a lot of players who can play winger, striker, and I'm not really sure which will be the best. I think Valamark has to play on the right. I think that's an obvious one. I think Rosic is probably, our starter on the left-hand side. Vinkovic is definitely an out-and-out striker. He looks pretty good. And then Baxter, I'm really not sure. Is he a striker? I mean, with 9 finishing. But he works hard. He could, I don't know. He's quick. I don't know. I'm not sure on Baxter where he fits best. The other thing is as well, as a lot of these players are wanted. So I'm not against selling them. I'm really not, especially if we get like a good offer for some of these players. I'm not against selling them. In terms of the goalkeeper, we've got this guy, Jan Oschlowski, German 31-year-old. I think he's fine. He's under contract for another 2 years. Seems to do pretty well. Came in for 1.4 million. I mean, 10 clean sheets in 24, that's a good return. So he'll be fit. He's only out for a little bit. Right back, there's no other backup keeper though. So Harrison from BAIK could be an option there if we can get him on cheap. Right back, we are really limited on. There's really only one. It's this guy, Matus Bohan. Oh my God. Bodanovic. Bodanovic is a 2-star current ability Polish right back, a leading player in the second division or the second tier. As you can see, hasn't played a whole lot of football. Physically, he looks good. He's obviously got the potential as well, but technically he's rubbish. So right back's absolute priority. In terms of centre backs, really not bad. We've got this guy, he's the best of the bunch, Jimmy Haruna. He's on a 3-year deal, 3.5 stars. 4 stars of current ability, came in last season from Romania. He'll probably settle in a little bit more now. He's pretty good. We've got this guy, Bartolomeu Bujala, 3 stars of current ability with a lot of potential. He's definitely someone we'll keep around. He's obviously homegrown club as well. Has a release clause, so I might look at giving him a new contract to try and get rid of that. But 6'2", technically very determined as well. Good jump and reach, could be good for set pieces. Same with Haruna as well, very physical centre half. So both look good. Left back is not too bad. We've got Simon Tazar. He is a Czech left back. Leading player, as you can see, on a 3-year deal as well. Came at the club for 1.1 million from another Polish side, being around Poland a fair bit, and it did okay. He's not the biggest, but he's pretty quick, and it looks like he can whip a ball in, so he'll definitely be a good fullback for me. Midfield is definitely a little bit weak. We've got Tommaso Milanese, who's probably our best midfielder, and he isn't that great. He's got 2 years left on his deal. 30-year-old Italian, been around the houses quite a bit, but came in a couple seasons ago, has been pretty average, if we're honest. Partnering him at the minute would be Marcel Ploshisha, who can play anywhere from striker all the way down to centre mid, so definitely the more attacking option. He's Polish. He is described as a forward, but I see him more as a centre mid. He's only a fringe player, so I definitely think he'll get more games as a centre mid. He came in from Heidenheim for 1.1 million. I'm starting to wonder why they were paying for these players, because they're not great. So I do think he could be an option to play on, especially on the right-hand side, as a more attacking midfielder. Then for the strikers, like I say, I think we've got a few options here, so I'm not settled on this 4. I think every other position pretty much picks itself, but these 4 I'm really not settled on. Patrick Valamark, Polish 31-year-old winger, 3.5 stars, probably one of our best player. He's on a 1-year deal, 15 grand a week. Could be time to move him on. I mean, he's a little bit older at 31. He's not too old though. Do we offer him a new deal? Probably not. So we probably do sell him if an offer comes in. Then we've got Vinko Rosic, 29-year-old Bosnian. He's only 3 stars of current ability, wanted as well. Like a lot of these club players are wanted by teams in Saudi. So if we get a good offer for him, he hasn't scored a ton of goals, could be an option. Like I said, we've got Matej Vinkovic, who's really a number 10. We don't really play with 10s, so again, I've put him up front. But is he really a goal scorer? Looking at that return, Probably not. So again, could we sell him on? Maybe. Bradley Baxter, 23-year-old, he's probably our best player. I just don't know where is the best place to play him, if we're honest. He's on a big wage, but he's got a lot of money left in his contract. But if someone comes in with a bid for him, we could let him go. Like I say, no backup keeper. These players I put on the bench because I think they could be useful for us. Wisniewski, 34-year-old centre-half. Probably look to move him on if we're being honest. So I'll probably actually take him out of the squad. This guy will probably keep. Fabian Feiner, Austrian, 6'1" centre half. Definitely a good third choice centre back. Not a problem with that. Then we've got Vorchik. He is 3 stars of current ability. Currently on the loan list. I'm actually going to take him off the loan list because I don't really want to loan players out. We're either going to keep them or sell them. He looks okay. He's probably better off as a winger. Or I'm not really sure if he's a winger or a striker. Again, he's not really that great. So we do have to look at that. We also want to make sure we're keeping players who are homegrown, but he's not. So there's every chance we move him on as well. Garan Kual doesn't show up as that great. I like him. I'm keeping him. Garan Kual, he's going to be my player. He's my pet project. I'm going to get something out of Garan Kual. You know what? He goes straight in. Vinkovic comes out, Garan Kual up front. We've got Zubek, who is definitely a decent player. Came through Slovakia, 450k, hasn't really done too much, but he's got potential, could improve a lot. He isn't on much money, he stays. And then we've got Janis Nemeth, who is a decent all-rounder, came in. I mean, a lot of these players signed last season and just haven't played enough. So he's definitely in, he stays. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a few there we offer out. In terms of the other players, so Pak Sang-ho, he's going, so don't need to worry about him. Wisniewski, yeah, I think we just put him, we offer him out at this point, I think. Yeah, there we go. We'll just take any deal. He's 34 on $8,000 a week. He hasn't got a future at the club. Bloper is obviously leaving to Bergamo, which I think is Atalanta. Yeah, Atalanta. So he's already gone. I would have definitely kept him because he's our best right back. God knows why they loaned him out, because he's been brilliant. I really don't understand why they've decided to loan him. Does it say we're getting 3.3 mil? So I don't know if that's going to come into the transfer budget or whether that's already into it, but at least it's money coming in. Simic is out on loan at the minute. I thought he was in on loan. No, he's not. He's out on loan. He's actually got another year on his deal. I mean, we could use him. I'll probably just sell him. I mean, he did quite well in his loan spell. He's not a bad... Yeah, we'll probably sell him. So he's going to come back. We'll sell him. This guy was in on loan. I've definitely read the loans wrong. He's in on loan. So he'll be leaving us, so we don't need to worry about him. Back has been out on loan. He is defensive mid, Polish. Big potential, so we'll definitely keep him around. But he is probably someone we'll loan back out because he's probably not ready. And there's a few others, like this guy. He's just not ready for first team football. Vitkovsky, another one, just not ready. With the ones who just aren't ready for first team football, we'll kind of judge them. This guy, Hugo Guillemont, I mean, at 33 years of age, he just ain't got a future at the club. He's only got 1 year left. There's offers for him. Yeah, we'll move him on. This guy actually looks pretty good, but we don't play with a 10, so we probably loan him out. So if we look to loan him out, because again, we don't really play with a 10, so we'll be forcing him to play on the left-hand side. Rakovsky, yeah, we'll see about him. Might just sell him. Matashik, he's got to go. He's not good enough, so he can just go. It doesn't have any offers. I'll come back to these off camera as well. This guy, he's not good enough, so he'll go. And then we've got these two guys who are both coming back from their loans as well and have more time left on the deal. Left back, could be a backup left back. He's got potential. We'll probably keep him as a backup left back until we bring someone better in. And then this guy, Pikiowski, 34, he's gone. He's absolutely gone as well. So once his loan's done, he'll be gone. So there's definitely quite a few to move on. We definitely need a right back. I think we need a striker. I know we've got a lot of them, but we don't have like a real good standout striker. I think Garan Kual is going to be good. Baxter's got 15 goals and Rosic got 13. So I do think that, I mean, and I think those three are fine. It's Garang who I'm not sure on. He might be better off as a winger, to be honest, than a striker. But I do think an out-and-out striker could be good. But honestly, I'm quite happy with the centre-backs. I don't think we need much there. Honestly, I'm happy with the left-back as well. We can keep him. So we definitely need a right-back. Happy with the keeper. It's midfielders, a right-back, and probably a striker we really need. So in terms of our former club, when we were looking at players, I mean, I guess we can maybe look at Drake's Thomas, see if he could potentially do a job as our right back. We'll chuck a scout on him. We need a striker, which we've already identified as potentially one of these. I mean, Ibrahimov, I would still like. And then a midfielder, Finley Gorman, would definitely be a shout. Osterberg, probably not good enough. Lee Anderson, the same. So it's probably going to be Gorman if we are going to get one. And then Harrison as a backup keeper. I think he's still got his... he should still have his low release clause. So we can definitely bring some players in that way. But as well, we need to get to free transfer day as well. We're not just beholden to paying for players. So at the minute, I think we need to go through. But even though we've got a good amount of money, I think we can generate hopefully a good bit of money before we even get to free transfer day. Or at least whilst we get to free transfer day. So there's some to come back. In the second team, I'll go through these. In the under-19s, I'll go through them off camera. If there's anyone that we don't need, I'll probably try and move them on. There's probably a lot in the second team. We'll probably just try and sell. But yeah, there's definitely a few of these we need to go through, put them on the transfer list and things like that. But I guess I'll jump back once I've done all that so you can see everyone that we're trying to sell. Right, so I've went through and figured out the squad. So obviously everyone in the first team sort of remains. We don't need to worry about that too much. I did find this guy in the B team is Adrian the keeper. So he'll do as just a backup keeper. He's young, he's got potential. So once we get a better backup in, we can obviously loan him out. But honestly, he looks fine as a Polish, backup. Happy with that. Everyone else, yeah, I think we'll keep on the bench. So we have put that old centre back on the transfer list. This guy, Matuziak, just no future. He's gone on the transfer list. The Spanish midfielder, he's gone on. Matashik, we've transfer listed as well. Vinkovic is one that he could actually be decent, but I just think he's a number 10. We don't need a number 10. We've got too many. Same with this guy. He is a number 10. Probably could use him as a centre mid in the future. But I don't think he's good enough just yet. So we're going to loan him out. But he could be someone that gets involved later down the line, potentially next season. This guy, Witowski, he's got a little bit of potential, but just probably not enough to really ever make it, not at 21 years of age. So we put him on the transfer list. Zizek is, only 19. He's got lots of potential, so we've put him on the loan list. Rocco Simic is obviously out on loan, but he will be available for transfer once he comes back. And then this guy, Rakovsky, again, probably some decent potential, but at 20 years of age, he doesn't really seem to be kicking on, so we put him on the transfer list as well. Nearly all of the second team have been on the transfer list as well. I won't go through all of them individually, but yeah, a lot of players that are just in and around and just really don't have any future. There's a few that are leaving on the 30th of June 2033 anyway. Same with the under-19s, a couple leaving, but there's no one really on big wages down here. No one that I need to bring up to the first team as well, besides that keeper. Anyone who's leaving on already agreed deals, like these players, for example, who are leaving on deals on the 30th of June, they will be... He's joining on the 1st of July or whatever. Anyone, basically people who are already leaving on deals, we've put them on. A couple of them we've moved down into this as well because they're not part of the first team. So as you can see, no one really of any worth. This guy was, again, going to go on the transfer list. Or is he in on loan to us? Yeah, he was in on loan to us, so he's not going to feature. So, yeah, that's it. So I think we're in a good place. We do obviously have... a little bit of time before the 1st of July. So I'm going to continue and hopefully we start to get a few offers and then we can start to... I think I'm going to get this guy involved. I think he can definitely stay at the club. I think we probably need a centre mid of, of any kind. So he can probably stay for now. But yeah, everyone else out of the first. So basically this is our team. Everyone else is open to leave either on a loan or on a permanent. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can't. We've got two. Why have we got two friendlies? That makes no sense. Anyway, we'll see what happens once we hit the 1st of July. Then we'll kind of end the episode there. But if we get any transfers before then, any offers and things like that, then we'll definitely, or if we offer, we might. I'm going to go look, see if there's anyone available as well now. But 1st of July, we'll do a separate episode for the transfer special because it's already taken a bit to go through the club and everything like that. So already after hitting continue, a ton of transfers have come in for some players. As you can see, yeah, a ton of our players have already had transfers. So we'll definitely be able to move someone and probably get a good little bit of money for some of them as well, which would be really good. So yeah, definitely some money going to come in. Obviously, we're not bringing anyone in just yet, but I'm going to take a little look at that now, see if there's anyone available now before the 1st of July. But yeah, already getting players moving on, which should be good. So obviously, once these deals go through, we'll do it all as part of the transfer special. But yeah, it's a good sign that we're going to be able to move on some of these players pretty quickly. Another thing I forgot to mention is a lot of times there's a lot of clauses when you join a club because the AI just don't do it. So obviously there's a ton of clauses in the club which would involve us, paying out those clauses. So I never do those ones. If and when they get used, then we basically pay them. But what I will do is basically go through and look through all of these. Most of them look like buybacks, but if there's any clauses, for example, this, we can get 215k, just do it, just do it. So we'll go through. I mean, most of them look like buyback clauses. There's 55k there. Yeah, is he our player? I'm confused. Why would we pay? Why is that on the outs then? Wait, did I just pay for something? I think I just paid for something. Yeah, I just paid for something. That I did it the wrong way around. So we've just spent 215k. Didn't mean to do that. I want the ins. I want the money in. Yeah, so this guy, not at the club. So this is the ones you want, players who aren't at the club. So yeah, there's tons of these. I'm going to go through and hopefully make a ton of money. But we've got 7.4 million, 75 grand in the wage. Every bit of money we make should go straight into that kitty. So there you go. I've just went through and sold all of them. So we got 100k for this one. We got 500k for this one. 230. I mean, there's some big money there. 700k for him. The rest, 325, 475. We got a 1.1 for this guy. It looks like we sold him for a good bit of money as well, which is probably why they're doing better in the league than we do. But yeah, a lot of money came in from those. So that's massively up there, our transfer budget, up to 12.5. So obviously we can definitely put some more of that into wage if we knock our transfer budget back to where it was. We've now got 150k to spend in wages. So we are doing a lot better now that we've sold those clauses. So yeah, looking good. In terms of where we are currently, media predict us to be second, so not crazy. The club want us to finish in the top 3 places, which would be Europe. So absolutely seems good. We've got 13.7 mil in the bank. Obviously, we are going to spend a bit of money. It won't just be free transfers. But yeah, we're looking good. Once we get to 1st of July, we'll wrap it up there for today. And then next episode will be the transfer special. So 1st of July has been reached. So next episode will be the transfer special. We've got quite a bit of money to work with. Obviously, I've got a big job to go through, try and find all of the players released from England and things like that. But it won't just be released players. We'll look at all kind of transfers. Obviously, we've got a lot of players here who are wanted, so there's every chance that some of these first team players leave as well. We've still got a ton of players in the first team, the second team to get through. We've still got a ton of players under offers. So we'll cover it all the transfers next episode, and we will do all of our transfer stuff up until the first game of the season, which is really not too far away. So we've really got to get a shift on with the transfers. But thankfully, we've got a team that can definitely compete early doors. But yeah, I didn't realise how early the season started in Poland. So we definitely need to get a shift on. But like I say, we've got a team that can compete now straight away anyway. So I'm not too worried about that. So that's going to do it for our very first episode here with club number 2, Lech Poznan in the Euro Journeyman. It should be very exciting stuff leading into this season. So transfer special next. Hopefully should be a good one. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Euro Journeyman. And I'll see you all for more very soon.